Welcome to our CEEC Spotlight series, where we hear from industry leaders regarding the work they are doing in eco-efficient processing. My name's Janine Herzig, and I'm the Executive President of CEEC International. CEEC is a not-for-profit, and we are proud to present the latest innovations for energy, water and emissions reduction, and highlight how industry is collaborating on these challenges.
Hello and welcome to the CEEC Spotlight Leader Conversations. My name's Ailbhe Goodbody, and today I'm delighted to welcome Eduardo Coloma from Maptek. Eduardo began working for Maptek more than 20 years ago in sales and technical support services in South America. He moved to Perth, Western Australia in 2012, where he took up roles as sales manager for the Western Australian region, mine planning business manager, and evolution product manager. Eduardo has knowledge and experience in optimization, mine design and scheduling, especially for open pit metalliferous deposits. He holds a civil, industrial and mining engineering degree from the University of Antofagasta in Chile and completed an executive MBA from Adolfo Ibáñez University in 2008. So welcome, Eduardo, and thanks for being with us today.
Thank you very much, Ailbhe.
So my first question is, the 27th session of the Conference of the Parties, or COP27, is going to take place in Egypt later this year. With the focus by investors and other stakeholders on achieving net zero becoming more and more tactile, what is Maptek doing in this area, and what are your thoughts on industry opportunities?
Yeah, thanks, Ailbhe. Look, in order to make mining substantially more efficient, more technology will be required. This is one of the key enablers to contribute towards achieving net zero target. Technology providers like Maptek play an important role to transforming data into knowledge. And this information is a key tool for decision-making that makes mining more efficient, but also more productive, more sustainable, and safer. The need for more accurate data to guide mining is becoming increasingly clear to the miners. And the only way to accomplish this is through the use and deployment of technology. This is very well aligned with the Maptek purpose, focusing on developing decision support solutions to help miners to make better decisions. For example, Maptek and Minviro investigating how best to combine our technology to minimize an operation environmental impact. The ability to measure the environmental impact of your mining schedule is extremely important, particularly as we drive towards reducing our carbon footprint. Maptek is already working with customers around ways to consider this variable as part of the running strategic and tactical evaluation of the mine scheduling scenarios. Opportunities within the mining industry are endless. However, it is important to recognize that in order to achieve our target, we need to work together. And what I mean for that one, I'm talking about OEMs, miners, organizations like CEEC, research consortia, and technological providers, obviously. Collaboration would allow us to leverage our combined strength to come up with innovative solutions.
And what do you think the role is for CEEC to help collaborate on solutions across the resources sector?
I believe that providing a platform for effective communication of the new technical finding on eco-efficiency is the best way to help the resources sector. Also, incentivizing the collaboration between multiple stakeholders is the key component of the role that CEEC is playing. For example, this kind of interview as well play an important role to share ideas between the community. And maybe there are some common topics that we could discuss later on and together trying to come up with solutions for some of the challenges that we have ahead of us.
Our executive president, Janine Herzig, was recently in Canberra with some of your Maptek colleagues and attended the Women in Resources National Ceremony. Maptek has been sponsoring the Women in Resources Technical Innovation Award for some years now. How important is it for Maptek to be leading conversations and practices in terms of inclusion and diversity?
Yeah, so Maptek instigated the National Innovation category in 2020 to recognize the women at the forefront of the innovation in the resources industry. We wanted to celebrate the achievement of women at the forefront of the cutting-edge technological solution that actually solve daily mining challenges. One of our guiding principles is create tomorrow, and this award helps to celebrate the success of individuals who push the envelope and who will help to future-proof our industry. At Maptek, we value people and partnerships, and this is another of our principles, which is smarter together. And a diverse workplace is an important asset. It acknowledges the individual strengths of each employee and the potential value that they bring. Valuing this difference of others is what ultimately brings us all together and can be a driver for a healthy, successfully working environment. Maptek is committed to enhancing our culture, people, and processes for a more progressive mining industry. For us to establish and maintain that association with our brand, we need to lead the way in conversation around culture and language diversity.
What's the impact of new technologies in your business, and how do you think we can reduce emissions and the consumption of energy and water?
Yeah, we've been working in an optimization framework that initially applied to our scheduling solution, but we are expanding to be used to solve different problems. The optimization framework is very flexible and allow us to explore solutions for problems that require more than one objective, and particularly when these objectives are conflicting between each other. I would like to share 3 examples that I believe are relevant to demonstrate how this can help us to incorporate variables like reduced emission, as well as consideration in terms of the energy and water consumptions. So the first example is related to a customer that want to evaluate strategic scenarios, considering not just the economical variables or the cut-off rate optimization or multiple sequence. They also want to consider energy consumption constraints. We were able to use the framework to evaluate multiple solutions and provide a robust solution for them that they later on can evaluate a different impact of the power consumption based on different scenarios. The second example is the use of the optimization framework to optimize in a holistic way the production plan with the haulage fleet requirement. We use the multi-objective optimization framework to provide a good trade-off between these different objectives and come up with multiple solutions where users can pick and choose according to the objective that better suit to the problem that they want to solve. This can be very flexible as well, because in the case of, for example, if you are talking about a diesel fleet, we probably are going to be interested in minimizing the fuel consumption as a driver to reduce the emissions. But when we are actually working with electric fleet, for example, we probably are interested in whole road design and the allocation, scheduling, and optimization of trucks to minimize the downtime for battery swap up or recharging. The last example that I want to share with you is related to how we expand the use of the optimization framework to apply in the way that chain the blast design are created. We are considering multiple variables now as part of the optimization process, and customers are able to utilize fragmentation, vibration, fly block model, as well as cost and power factor. So we know that Maptek expertise can contribute to solving these problems, and we are actually continually engaged with customers to identify problems that we can apply to this framework. We are also proactively seeking partnerships with technology providers and OEMs to develop interoperable and integrated systems that deliver value or additional value for customers. It doesn't make economic sense for us to try to develop everything for ourselves. However, we do have an important role to play to identify and recommend points for integration. We bring a 40-year foundation in developing technical mining solutions and understanding of the data types involved. So I believe that by thinking about challenges like this, we can build in functionality that allow miners to effectively plan for possible scenarios, essentially future-proofing their business.
So what are you the most excited about for the future of the resources sector by 2030 and by 2050?
Let me start saying that I'm very excited to be part of the resource sector today. And actually, when we're thinking about 2030, it's not that far away. We are 7 years on that, you know. I was reading the publication of the Council of Minerals Australia, which is called 30 Things, the Futurist Edition. And one of the 30 things was related to mines of the future. And one of the things that they mentioned there was that the mine site of the future, and indeed today, are deploying increasingly advanced technology at an unprecedented rate. So I think the exciting part to be part of the resource industry is exactly the opportunity that we have ahead of us, the ability to apply technology to different challenges. For example, I am very excited how technology is helping to remove people from potentially dangerous situations, how we can apply technology to create predictive maintenance model, or modeling operational improvement and enhancing environmental outcomes. However, Collaboration is essential for the future success of the resource sector. Industry, government, academia, and community need to work together to ensure future success. I think we need to continue improving community trust in the resource sector. We need to continue finding new ways to mine and more environmentally friendly. We need to find ways to use in a more efficient way the resources that we are mining, and obviously with safety. And also all these approaches will bring multiple opportunities. And finally, I would like to say that we really need to continue to incentivize new generation to be part of this fantastic industry.
Could you share your thoughts on CEEC's work and the potential value and opportunities that you see, for example, new ideas for collaborative projects?
Yeah, so Maptek's reason for supporting the CEEC was to join in making a difference to sustainable mining. We are very happy to be part of this group, and we are going to continue supporting. I believe that most of the opportunity that we can see are about adapting or creating technology solutions that to consider innovation that are fundamentally changing the way that minerals are processed. We believe there is a space to collaborate with some of the CEEC members to make sure this new technique and technology has solutions that help them to evaluate as well as consider the driver and outcome very early on in the process, helping them to make better decisions. There is no doubt in my mind that technology and mining will play a critical role in the global decarbonization. So yeah, it's a good opportunity for all of us.
Thank you so much for speaking to us today. And it's great to hear about all the wonderful work that you're doing. So Eduardo, I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having us.
If you have enjoyed this conversation, we would love to hear from you. We value all contributions and engagement from industry. Join CEEC's followers and take part in our interactions and initiatives. We provide industry tools, articles, webinars and workshops, all aimed at lifting overall industry standards and practices. Thank you so much to all our sponsors, supporters, board members, advocates and other volunteers who make our not-for-profit work possible.